Have you been trying to stop smoking? Well, cut it out. I mean it. Stop it. It's actually keeping you smoking. That's right. And there are three main reasons why you're trying not to smoke is keeping you smoking. And in this video, I'm going to not only reveal these three reasons, but I'm going to get into how you can shift out of that so you can stop smoking once and for all. So now, before we begin, go ahead and grab your free copy of my Slimming Stop Smoking Secrets Guide. Now, here's the thing. Gals and guys, I know that a lot of people are a little nervous about gaining weight when they stop smoking. Well, I've been helping people stop smoking without gaining weight for 20 years. So I am sharing with you in my guide the secrets, the slimming secrets to stopping smoking without gaining weight. So go ahead and grab that PDF. I dispel the myths and I get into some really practical slimming tips for you so you can stop smoking and not gain weight. Hey there, welcome and thanks for coming. Now, I'll tell you a story about myself when I was a pack and a half a day smoker. Every day it seemed like I woke up and I swore I was going to try not to smoke. I would have smoked like a pack of cigarettes the night before. My throat would be scratchy, my lungs would be heavy, and I feel horrible about myself. So I take my half-smoked pack of cigarettes, the other half since I was smoking a pack and a half a day, and on my way into work, I'd throw that unsmoked half pack of cigarettes into the trash can. I'd head into work. I'm going to try not to smoke today. I'm not going to do it. And then somewhere around the afternoon, I go through the morning, I'm trying not to smoke, and then, the idea of a cigarette came into my mind. It's getting bigger and bigger, and I got more agitated. And then finally I would, on the way back down from work back to home, or even before then, I go down and I dig that half pack of cigarettes out of the trash. Have you ever done that before? Well, I certainly have. So anyway, why should you stop trying not to smoke? Well, here's number one reason. So here's the crazy thing about the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind does not process negatives. That's right. So when we say, I'm trying not to smoke, the subconscious mind actually doesn't hear the word not, it just hears the word smoke. So it will hear trying to smoke rather than trying not to smoke. So there's this feeling, this tug, because the focus of the brain is on smoke and not smoking. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And number two will add to this. Anxiety. Why anxiety? Well, there's this psychological state called decisional anxiety. And when we are trying not to smoke, the word trying implies we are not decided. So we're in this sort of limbo state, which it can be very anxiety provoking. Now, here's the other reason is that 12% of our mind, our conscious mind, is only about 12%. And that really is the part of the mind that wants to stop smoking. The other 88%, our subconscious mind, really wants things to stay the same, which means to keep right on smoking, right? So what happens is the subconscious mind is going to get in there to that undecided 12% and try to start a negotiation. That's right. And that 80% of our brain that wants to keep right on smoking, it is smarter than you. That's right. So that 88% is going to really get in there and begin the seduction. And you know what I mean? That part of the brain, when we're trying not to smoke, this other part of the brain is like, well, we're having a really stressful day, so maybe we should start tomorrow trying not to smoke. Or we have that party coming up this weekend, so maybe we should start on Monday. Or, oh, maybe we should start next year. Yeah, it's going to be a much better year next year. Or we should try those American spirits. They're healthier. You don't have to stop smoking. You just have to smoke those healthy cigarettes. It will come in and it will come up with any sort of crazy negotiation, and we'll cave and then we'll smoke. All right. So that's decisional anxiety. The third reason is this idea of resisting. Now, what I mean by that is this. When we smoke, we define ourselves as a smoker. We see ourselves, we identify as a smoker. So the sheer act of trying not to smoke is an act of resistance against who we are. That's right. We see ourselves as a smoker and we're trying not to smoke. So it becomes almost like an identity crisis. I know it sounds crazy, but it's sort of true if you think about it, right? So now here's the thing. When we have all three of these things in play, something else is happening that this is like the main reason why you should stop trying not to smoke. And that is by starting and stopping again and again and again, by trying not to smoke, then going back to smoking, then trying not to smoke, then going back to smoking. We're now building a habit. Yeah, we're building a habit of not only trying not to smoke, but going back to smoking. So even though you might get a few days under your belt of not smoking, what will happen is that part of your brain, the habit part of your brain, will start to feel like, I'm, in this habit of going back to smoking. And so it becomes a vicious cycle that that gets us more and more deeply wired into this nasty habit. So here is what you want to do instead. You want to decide to become a non-smoker. That's right. So first of all, we want to make that decision. So stop trying. Set a date and make a decision to be done, to be clear with your brain. Our focus is everything. Make that decision. Smoking's not an option for you. To become, because it is an identity that we become a non-smoker. So don't try not to smoke. That's about resistance. We're becoming a non-smoker. Okay? So I hope this has been helpful for you. And I think that once you really get behind this, you can see that there's a complete shift in that. And becoming a non-smoker isn't just about not smoking. It's about becoming your best self. So here's the thing. Go ahead and grab my Slimming Stop Smoking Secrets below. You'll love it, and it will really enlighten you and give you a lot more confidence about stopping smoking without gaining weight. And then also leave your comments below. I would love to know other questions that you have of me. I've been helping thousands of people stop smoking over the last 20 years. I've been a non-smoker for the last 23 years, but I get it. I was a former pack and a half a day smoker. So leave your comments, ask questions, and I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have found this helpful. Have a great day.